What's happening, beautiful minds, beautiful people? What is going on? It's the Chocolate Maverick stopping by, making a delivery. My brain got pregnant. It's time to come into the delivery room and just give it straight to you. Without, we're not even going to cut the cord. We're just going to give it to you straight out the womb. It has to do with trying to be cool, calm, cool, and collective in environments that really are not conducive for it. I know sometimes there's some of us that really are full of positivity. We really want to just maintain my chill, and most of us are really good at doing that. And then we find ourselves in that testing environment. It could be family, it could be friends, it could be just a work environment. It could be an environment that is just like, it's just on 10 with the toxicity. People are very much not in control of their emotions. They react to almost anything that blows in the wind, and you aren't that type of person. You, on the inside, know how to just say whatever. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It happened. I have no control of it. I'm going to let it go by. But there could be people that you care about that kind of want you to feel how they feel. And sometimes you really want to. Sometimes you rather not, because you just don't want to dip into the negativity pot when you're full of so much positivity. One, let me let you know you're not alone. I completely understand. It's not that easy, especially when you know deep down inside you're not feeling the same way. I am a Sagittarius. On top of that, I'm a Sigma male with an INFJ personality type. It just happens to be an empath. So when it comes to feeling people's energies on accident, it's unbelievable how much I can't stop it sometimes. I feel how they feel. The empath in me just literally just tends to empathize with what they're feeling in the moment, especially when they express with such, power, whether it be their anger, their sadness, or confusion, or just even their flat out opinion. And I find myself having a really difficult time sometimes just kind of keeping my own peace, keeping my own centeredness. But I came across a video that really got me to remind myself that in the moment, sometimes you just got to stay a little bit more silent. The people around you may feel a little bit awkward, but just taking a silent pause. And in that silent pause, you're not saying nothing to them. You're only talking to yourself and just literally saying the statement. That's how they feel. That's not how I feel. I'm telling you, again, very short, powerful statement. You say it in the right time and just really slow your mind down. Even if they're waiting on your reply, just taking an extra time just say to yourself, that's how they feel about the subject. That's not how I feel. I'm not really that bothered. And from that standpoint, you can reply in a way of, however you decide to do it. Sometimes I just, keep it silent, just, and they ask, so what do you think? Just like, not really have too many thoughts about it. I'm neither really here nor there. And how they feel about it, again, it goes back to the same thing. Pause, reminding, I know I'm not feeling the way about it, so it's okay. And if the person decides to get upset, decide to walk away and cut the conversation short, it's just another moment where you survived someone else's negativity and you stayed positive. It's extremely hard sometimes to be the thermostat in a room full of thermometers. Thermometers, whatever's going around dictates their temperature. So sometimes the environment just has too much control over their mood. But if you're going to be a thermostat, meaning that you are going to intentionally be the one that keeps their control over how they feel, or doesn't want to allow themselves to be moved by the environment or be moved by everyone else's emotions, know that you're taking on a role that not many people are trying to do. It's going to be awkward. You're not going to have many people that think like you. But that's absolutely okay, because the thermostats are needed as examples for the thermometers. They won't know what it looks like to be completely centered regardless of what's happening if you don't do it. So sometimes we just got to be the awkwardness. We got to be that awkward thermostat that is in a pool full of people that don't know how to really control their reactions. We live in a very heightened fear time. Everyone's very reactive and not proactive, or they're reactive and not, I guess you would say, reflective. But the reality of it is, it's not their fault. We all living in some very challenging times, but you got to stay who you are because you don't know who you're an example for. So thermostats, please do what you got to do. Meditate, stay centered, use subliminals. But thermostats are needed because thermometers will not know anything other than, reacting to their environment until they see people that know how to be in the same thing as them and not react the same. They may not agree with in the moment, they may not feel you in the moment, but the imagery in their mind may stick. So later on, you never know who you're going to inspire. So thermostats, stay in control. Do your best to stay in control, and don't blame the thermometers for reacting to their environment. Just because they don't know what you don't, or just because they don't think the way you think, doesn't mean that something's wrong with them. They're just not you. But doesn't mean that they can't develop that talent later on. Peace and love. Remember, thermostats, you need it. Stand firm, stand tall, and do your thing. But be considerate to the fact that not everyone's going to be the same way. Peace and love, family.